Neyland Stadium in Knoxville, one of the great venues in all of college football and home to the Tennessee Volunteers. And this crowd knows that when the Vols run through the tee, they are in for a show. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Vols will get us started with the opening kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Hawaii's offense will get the first swing of the game. And here's the man they rally type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
And he has run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact. And that one could serve a lot of purposes. You knock all the butterflies out, you get your first completion.
Yeah, and I agree. You know, the first completion, you get hit, and I always loved it as a player on the first drive to when you got hit, you got that out of the way, you get the butterflies out of the way, then you kind of settle and you realize, all right, this is just football.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Looking to scramble. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Not a ton of play calls for third in California when you're on offense. You know you're going to have your quarterback holding on to the football. You really got to think about how you're going to protect him. Offensive coordinator may want to think about using more max protect schemes, get more bodies in to give this quarterback a chance.
The Rainbow Warriors will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So the Tennessee Volunteers offense has the ball for the first time. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside, and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. 2 physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, 2 alphas, 2 guys that play the positions where you have to have such confidence, quarterback, wide receiver. Let's see this throwdown.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking for a crease. It's Jefferson. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Pressure coming. The quarterback strolling away from heat.
Man, you talk about flipping the script. How about this defense? You go from 2nd and inches to now 3rd and long. Nice job being disciplined, rushing the quarterback, getting the sack.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Yeah, and that's the hard thing about these QBs that can move and run all over the place and give you so many options is that didn't even look like much, but he chews up so much yardage and gets those little gains that just death by 1,000 cuts that continue to happen with this offense.
They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. Getting some heat. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
Great timing by the defense there. Obviously, the offense has the ball in the red zone. You're trying to create a negative play to back them up. They do that with the sack, and if they're now going to try a field goal, it's going to be a little more work for the kicker.
Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. Touchdown ball! The defense with the scoop and score. You know, the defense is all about stopping teams, but when you have a chance to swing momentum, scoop it and score yourself, it is such a huge play.
Yeah, you just go to the offense like, bro, we don't need you to do that. We got this. We'll score ourselves if we have to. Great job by the defense doing what they need to do, and then go talk a little trash to the offense.
On to attempt the try. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. Line gets set, first down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Looking to throw, it's Ferguson. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
And it's not panic time yet for this offense, but last week was a really bad performance. This week, starting off a little bit slow. They got to find some form of rhythm. They got to find some way, get a few first downs, get some playmakers.
He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off. Looking for a block. It's Galladay. Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. He'll pull it down and run. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Got him downfield. Afterburners coming. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
And the Vols will snap it on 1st and 10. On the move. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Fast motion from the offense. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Volunteers! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Ferguson. Quickly complete. Able to make his way past the sticks for the 1st down, and the time is going to drain out here in the 1st quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. They largely dominated this 1st quarter as indicated by the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. He's looking to throw it. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the 1st half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
From the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. He'll pull it on the read. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. And the Rainbow Warriors come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
The Rainbow Warriors send out. It'll be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react. from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run, then you open it up.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Quickly to the tight end. Up-tempo for the offense.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Gets open down the middle. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through some pressure.
And the Rainbow Warriors want to crank the tempo. Running back searching for a hole. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. Looking downfield, it's Ferguson. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. So they'll send out the field goal unit. This is going to be a 46-yard field goal attempt. Oh, he missed it. No good. Looking for a little juice and energy with a field goal. You don't get it, and guys, you're still down by 16. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out.
Going downfield for the big play. And he hauls it in at the 30. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Working the middle, it's complete. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf, it'll be 3rd down. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. He's got it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, and I love running the football down the red zone. You've got to be able to do it. And 1st down, obviously, is the right down to do it. But now limits the options a little bit more.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Quarterback now has to make sure his guys are dialed in. You can't make any more mistakes. Giving up a negative play on second down by the goal line, you've got to be really smart with this football.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tennessee! That's the kind of skill that makes guys stars. The improvisational skills, the blinding speed, the ability to make the big play and make defenses look silly.
Just straight silly. I mean, what do you want me to do? You put a guy that's that athletic, that fast at the quarterback spot. Now you're telling me to defend the run, defend the pass, defend the scrambles. I mean, goodness gracious. I don't know what you want a defense to do. There's no stopping that guy.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Southern Miss is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. They're trailing by just 4 to James Madison. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Dropping back, it's Ferguson. Makes the grab down the middle. No chance to run, but still a good gain. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen. He wants to take the top off. And it's caught inside the 25. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. They'll immediately call timeout. This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, 1st and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. 1st down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So
a shot toward the end zone. Ball in the air, intercepted.
Most defenses are lucky if you have one good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have 2. They've got 3 DBs, 3 corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country. And you saw it on that last play coming away with the pick.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Going to the ground. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a great one today in Knoxville so far. And it's been a clinic in fundamental defensive football. Both teams have been relentless and ball hawking, refusing to give an inch. This is the kind of slugfest that real football fans love. Crushing tackles and dudes flying into gaps and passing lanes. A testament to the discipline both of these teams have shown. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas amidst the smoggy smoke there in Rocky Top.
The Rainbow Warriors will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Pulls and fires complete. Makes him talk to the hand. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. They're bringing heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. And the Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to test the right side with this one. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The play action fake. Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Coming after him. Catch in the middle. It's Hutchinson. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Volunteers are marching down the field. This time they'll go to the running game. You want to talk about running behind your pads as he plows his way to the 35.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional, and they're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Fires to the big fella. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball is going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Pocket starts to collapse. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Quarterbacks need time when they're in the pocket to complete throws. That QB had no shot after taking that hit.
Give to the back. Plows ahead for a pickup of 4 down to the 14.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown ball! And the beatdown has ensued.
What an example of this quarterback just putting his offense on his back. Drop back, wanted to throw the ball downfield, nobody open, no problem. Extend the play, buy himself some time, and then take off with his legs to score that touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. Going to the running game. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Kept it on the ground on first down. Let's see what they do on second. They'll go right back to him. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down.
Here we go. Unlock. Flip.
The carry going off right tackle here. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Out of the gun to give to the back. Fights off a defender. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Back to throw, it's Ferguson. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
The D thinking brings some heat on third and long from the 44. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. They're trying to get to him. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Not a lot of good plays for third in California, so you're just trying to get a completion and help out your punter, but they can't even get that executed.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the returner will be brought down. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Harris will throw. He's going for a big play downfield. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown Volunteers! And the route is on. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. FIU is trailing right now, and I know it may look bleak, but this team needs to regroup, remind itself it's at home, and remember just how quickly things can change. They're trailing by just 4 to Middle Tennessee. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Touchdown, Tennessee. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not. As he stopped at the 18. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? Fires to the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. A 3rd and long coming up here. Wants to throw. It's Schaefer. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Yeah, and this defense just putting the cherry on top of the sundae. They've been all over the place. They've done a great job. Their offense has built a huge lead. We're just counting down the minutes on the clock now.
And the Rainbow Warriors decide to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was 2nd and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. The Vols have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. Got the first down, looking for more. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Headed to the end zone. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
When you run those routes, those curl routes just like that, those DBs are going to break when you go to throw the football. So you better put that thing on a line, and the QB did there. Put it on a line. Great job, great catch. First down.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Pulls it in. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Now on first down from the 43. Looking for a man. It's Schaefer. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack at 2nd and 12. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time. And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Bounced right back to them. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People are fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they've definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of a season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite than what we saw earlier this year. And I'll tell you, look at their schedule and who they've got left. Those teams better be careful. This team is coming for them.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.